dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Caroline Mueller. A man that state police say drugged and killed 3 women in central Kentucky has been federally charged for 2 of those cases by a federal grand jury. We first told you about Brian Epperson in July. He's now facing 2 federal counts of distributing a controlled substance that killed 2 people. Their names are Rochelle Dawson and Kristen Morris. Madison Porter has reaction to the federal indictment.
I want justice for Rochelle, for Hillary, and for Chrissy.
Rochelle Dawson and Kristen Morris died on separate occasions and in separate counties earlier this year. They both were found to have overdosed in rooms rented by Brian Epperson. Now he's facing federal charges for their deaths.
This is a huge step in order to hopefully get justice for the victims in this case.
Investigators believe Epperson is also connected to the Fayette County overdose death of Hillary Davis in 2024. Kentucky State Police Trooper Zach Haney says he's not been charged with it yet, and for good reason.
You want to make sure that you've got everything in order before you go to the grand jury, because in a case like this, you want to make sure that there's not a loophole, so to speak, so that the person may not get a guilty finding at a trial.
Epperson could receive a minimum of 2 life sentences in jail if he's convicted on the federal counts.
Brian Epperson remains in the Clark County Detention Center in federal custody. And while he faces a federal charge now, Rochelle Dawson's fiance says the possibility of more jail time isn't enough.
Caleb Thompson says he should meet the same fate as his alleged victims.
The justice system, as you call it, failed 3 women already once, in my opinion. But a second time by letting him live?
Thompson says the alleged actions by Epperson left several people heartbroken and half a dozen kids without a mother. He believes it could have been prevented.
Now every agency wants to jump the gun and be on the books and be like, all right, we got him. It's too late now.
Reporting, I'm Madison Porter, WKYT.
Kentucky State Police are still asking people who may have had interactions with Brian Epperson to come forward because it's possible that there are more victims. The Perry County Sheriff's Office says a man was attacked with a machete Thursday on Main Street in Vico. A bystander wrapped the victim's arm before help arrived. The victim was airlifted with serious injuries. Deputies found and arrested 60-year-old Patrick Clay Osborne. He was taken to the Kentucky River Regional Jail, charged with assault and menacing. We have an update to a story we first brought you earlier tonight. Hazard firefighters helped Grapevine Chaffee's crews Friday afternoon with a structure fire on KY 28. Officials say a car inside the garage started the blaze. The building was heavily involved when units arrived. One man was taken to Hazard ARH with burns. No other injuries were reported. Healthcare professionals are sharing their knowledge after a potential health scare in Whitley County. Amy Mabes is facing multiple charges after an incident with Whitley County Sheriff's deputies. She reportedly resisted the deputies, hitting them with their own batons. Mabes bit the officers and later told authorities she has AIDS and hepatitis. Primary Care Centers of Eastern Kentucky Medical Director John Jones says there are precautions that law enforcement and healthcare professionals take when situations like this one unfold.
Everybody plays it safe, and we give PrEP to kind of prevent any kind of infection. And then usually you'll do some follow-up laboratory work for things like hepatitis B, C, and HIV. You know, you'll let some time pass and you'll check to ensure that they've not contracted the virus.
Dr. Jones says when you know the status of an active infection, healthcare providers will typically provide you with the resources to monitor your status.
Wow, what a beautiful day throughout Eastern Kentucky. Temperatures made it in the upper 60s and low 70s. We're going to make a run for the upper 70s and low 80s as we go into your Saturday, with a caveat Saturday night into the day on Sunday. First alert, live pinpoint Doppler radar showing a clean sweep throughout Eastern Kentucky. This is going to get a break again for the most part Saturday. If you have plans outdoors, definitely get them in, because Saturday night going into Sunday is when our storm chances start to pick up. Our next weather maker is off to the west. It's in the form of a cold front. Ahead of that is the warm front. That's what's going to usher in those temperatures in the 80s for your Saturday. Severe weather potential for your Saturday. We had that level 1 out of 5 for the extreme western portion of the WYMT viewing area. Again, that is in the overnight hours. By Sunday, almost everybody is under a level 1 out of 5 with heavy wind, a little bit of hail, vivid lightning being the main threats. We'll make a run for the upper 70s and low 80s with plenty of sunshine to start, but like I said, once that front pushes through, boy, oh boy, we are going to feel it. We'll have the complete details coming up in the First Alert forecast in a few minutes. Caroline.
All right, Eric, thank you. 5 months ago, on the night of May 16th into the morning of May 17th, people's lives were changed in Laurel County. Numerous homes and some businesses were destroyed by a tornado. Many people were left with nothing but debris where their house once stood. We spoke to the Wilson family, who lost their home and had no insurance, but the community came together to help them.
All of our friends,
yeah, we have
people that we didn't even know, has helped us beyond measure.
an amazement, because how God has perfectly placed everything that's happened here. We call this the house that God built.
The Wilsons hope to be in their home in a few weeks, but there's still a lot of progress to do. 11 families are still in travel trailers and 3 families are living in motels. Emergency management officials say they are optimistic about the work done so far. Powell County is known for its beautiful scenic views, but it was also the backdrop for an announcement from U.S. Senator Rand Paul today. For the last 6 months, Senator Paul has been helping develop the Blossom and Leaf Trail, an enterprise approach to promoting tourism in 24 eastern Kentucky counties. He says most of those counties are east of I-75, but south of the Mountain Parkway.
And so what we've done is developed a map and a trail, and then some little concentric trails along the way to show off various parts of eastern Kentucky.
Senator Paul says the new trail may follow the Bourbon Trails model, where people can subscribe to be a part of it. But he says a private foundation is backing it to get the ball rolling, and hopes private donors, businesses, and each of the counties will opt in. The University of Pikeville announced a new fundraising initiative today, hoping to get folks to reach into their pockets to help toward a mission of reaching new heights. The university made public its plans for a capital campaign inviting alumni, community members, and those invested in the education of the region to donate to the cause. The funds raised through the initiative will be added to the more than $38 million the school has obtained in private funding in an effort to reach a $50 million goal to support the Tanner College of Dental Medicine, the Bear Mountain Development, and student scholarship opportunities.
We are so excited as a family to see this happen, and then B, be able to project into the future the impact that this can have both for the citizens in Appalachia and for the graduates of the school.
You can see more information and how to donate over on our website. Coming up on Mountain News at 11, he's only 4, but he's already faced more than many adults. The inspiring story of a local boy's fight against a rare form of cancer.
And in the world of weather, get ready for a somewhat active weekend. Details coming up.